So much for joining me on the Hustling podcast.
Okay, sure. So I'm Adam Hocek. I'm the CEO of Echo. Um, and the company's about just coming 2.5 years. We have products and we just started our sales in December last year. So we're just new in the market.
Hmm. And what exactly is so? What
Oh,
is the exact product that you're
yeah,
taking to market? Yeah.
sure. So what we do is we analyze for psychometrics and emotions using the
Hmm.
voice, using tones of the
Right.
voice. And we
Hmm.
can take a minute to 2 minutes of the speech, the tones, and then analyze that and produce about 70 plus traits from it. Like anything from big five, conscientiousness, openness, to emotional coping, stress, etc. About 70 of those. We really like
Okay.
position ourselves with the traditional tests of like DISC, Meyer-Briggs, those type of tests, but we do it quicker
Yeah.
and uh, as accurate or even more accurate than some of them.
I would actually. I mean, if I think about psychometric testing, there's the laborious sort of like written tests people have to do, the Q&A, all that sort of stuff. So how did the product come to market, and how did that was it developed, and how are you using
Hmm.
technology to actually take it to market, and just talk me through that. I mean, it's fascinating.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. It's an important point and an interesting one. So the way it was developed is we sampled voice and we used some of the common tests, DISC and Hexaco and Hogan, and we use
Hmm.
those written tests to label the data, and then we
Hmm.
use that for the voice training in the machine learning model. And then and I'll just say here, they vary. Each test varies on its predictability, but approximately 80% is about what you get from any one of those tests of accuracy. And then what we did is
Hmm.
we trained our model, but then we actually went further and so we used, and I should say, for the voice samples, we used different languages. We used 8 different languages, very diverse
Hmm.
languages, and we used a range of ages from teenagers to elderly people, male,
Hmm.
female, across the board. So we had a pretty diverse sample, culture and age and ethnicity. And then we improved our model by testing it further and tweaking our
Hmm.
model for better performance. So
And
that's how we started.
in terms of the application thereof, where are your customer base sitting? Are we talking about corporates? Who is using the actual service itself? Like and what was there an idea to kind of like solve a specific need in a specific market, or was it just general for everyone?
Well, so yes, so our main focus is we have one for personal use, which
Mm-hmm.
is our B2C, but our main focus is on B2B, and the
Mm-hmm.
first market area we targeted was HR, hiring
Yes.
process,
Mm.
which seems like an obvious one. But we also are now moving in to evaluating once a candidate gets hired as an employee, their journey through the company, how they're performing, how they're coping. Um,
Mm-hmm.
when they get a promotion, how are
Mm-hmm.
they doing with their new job, with the new team? Maybe the company's acquired, which we've seen, and how is that affecting the employees? So we can also track that capability. So it was, but it's not just limited to HR. There's many applications. We have our eyes in
Yeah.
other areas, but that's our main focus at this point. Looking also, mental health is a huge area, and
Mm-hmm.
we're looking for areas where we can help the community, not just be something cool or take away work, I mean, that's good too, but we really want to be a helpful tool. So another area that we're looking into is education students,
Mm.
because we find that a lot of students leave, especially in the US colleges, about 20-25%, I forgot the exact number, will leave the college, either move to another college or drop out. And the biggest reason is emotional reasons, whether it's a relationship, whether it's
Hmm.
family, etc. So that's a big area. So if we could flag that early enough, the team at this college, counselors, coaches, can intervene, help the person with before it's too late. So that's that.
Very no, I mean like, that's fascinating. What a really really cool piece of technology. And the team itself, who's who works on the business. What do those skill sets look like? Who's permanently employed? Do you use any remote workers, any freelancers? What does that look like?
Yeah, so we're a total of right now 11 people. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Six of us are full time, and the other are five are part time. We
Mm-hmm.
we have so I'll say something just on my personal side. I was more a technical person. My
Right.
background was in speech technology, engineering, computer science
Mm-hmm.
background. But as things evolved, I pulled more away from that and onto the business side of things. So that's been a transition for me. Um,
Okay.
also, we hired a sales marketing person that's
Mm-hmm.
working full time for us. We also have a psychologist, a researcher on our team to help us with, obviously with the science side of the human mind and the behavior. And
Sure.
we have several uh, exceptional advisors on our team, and we have machine learning data scientists on our team. And then we have others who help out with our user interface and graphic design and so on. Those are our part-time people.
Okay. And in terms of opportunities for the Hustle Wing community to engage with yourselves, what are the skills or the gaps that are needed in terms of current projects, maybe development or biz dev or sales or marketing, whatever the case is. Where could that support potentially come from? And would you be open to the community pitching you? And what I mean by that is there's a large amount of very skillful senior people that sort of take a small amount of their time and allocate it out to businesses. So it's highly skilled, C-level managerial sort of human beings. Where could those opportunities sort of come from? I mean, could it be in biz dev? Could it be in marketing? Out of interest,
Yeah,
legal, for example. Yeah.
yeah. So we do have some lawyers and accountants so far on the team, that are
Mm-hmm.
we use outside services for. We're a growing team, so we're always going to have needs, I think, as we
Mm-hmm.
grow. Our biggest challenge is we just started growing marketing and sales. I think
Mm-hmm.
we're still planning to grow in those areas. So that's one big area. We're also looking for um, uh, someone who to oversee the technology. We have great people on the team, but someone who's got like a CTO kind of overarching
Mm-hmm.
experience to guide a team and move it in the direction of our goals. So that's always a need. Um, I'm also very interested, just from the community. We love to hear what people think of. We have our ideas, oh, it could be used here and there, but
Mm-hmm.
people out there have other ideas and can see things that we don't see. So it's
Of
always
course.
welcoming to hear that. They say, well, this would be great for this application. So we
Yes.
welcome that too. So
I mean,
I do welcome
what's
the
the
contact.
adage?
Yeah.
See the wood from the trees. Yeah, if you're living in the business, you kind of like in it every day. Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense.
It,
So those
yes.
other opportunities besides the normal ones of HR and so forth. Yeah, very very fascinating. if we talk about B2C out of interest now, because I mean, it makes perfect sense taking this to
Mhm.
corporates and businesses and the recruitment process and the mental health and all that. But if we look at the B2C market, what is the opportunity over there? I mean, if I think of other apps, there's an app in the US called Better Health, I think, where you can actually engage with mental health professionals and get those sort of therapy sessions and so forth, which is that B2C sort of opportunity. Is this similar to that potentially?
Yeah, potentially it is. We have some. We're in agreement with some companies that
Mm-hmm.
they are providing the final. We're the back end to them, if you like. They do
Mm-hmm.
the therapists, consultants for them. They match them up, but we help with the analysis. They ask a few explicit questions. We do the voice analysis, and then we can provide that as well to, let's say, a therapist who then right away when they speak to the candidate, they'll know exactly, they'll have an idea about them, let's say, and where they need
Yeah.
to explore. Yeah. The other area is when you say B2C, what's interesting is, there's things
Mm.
like Myers-Briggs and
Mm.
16 personalities, and
Yes.
that's very big, especially with younger people. They really, they're dating, they're matching up with people. Well, they want to know something about the people they're dealing with. So we do have that on our website. It's something that we're just mildly investing in right now, but
Mm-hmm.
that's another area where someone who's really connected in that social media and the youth, we would look for down the road to push that, pursue that market and that interest.
It that makes perfect sense. And let's be honest, when it comes to relationships, we all need it. Yeah. I think the
Yes.
application is amazing. No, it's really good. I would use it. I would use it immediately. If I had a conversation with you at the end of this year, so
Hmm.
what are the milestones you would like to achieve as we go through 2024? So, um, obviously, scalability and all that sort of stuff, and growth and all that. But are there any very specific milestones you would like to achieve over the next couple of months?
Yeah. So one I mentioned earlier was education. We definitely want to
Mm-hmm.
pursue that. We're focusing right now on HR, on the two aspects of the hiring and then the journey.
Mm.
Uh, Education. And then the other thing that we are, from a technical standpoint, that we've done work in, but it's still uh, not complete yet, is we're looking into mental health. So we do mildly depression. We're
Mm-hmm.
interested in suicide, detecting extreme degrees of depression, suicide.
Mm-hmm.
We've done some work with Parkinson's disease, and we've had some good results,
Oh.
but not in the field yet. We've just done it through a repository of data, but our results are very good. And then things
Oh wow.
naturally would follow as Alzheimer. So these are areas that we also really would want to expand into because there's a big need, and especially for people who don't have access, are in remote areas to doctors, to therapists,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
even if they just want to find out if there is possibly an issue or something that they're experiencing, they can get a first indication. And then they can, of course, see a professional based on their concern.
Yeah. No. I mean that makes perfect sense. In terms of the functions of if we talk about the actual team that works on the product itself, so
Mhm.
the development, front end, back end, all that sort of stuff. What are the potential functions that could be filled from very skilled individuals? So, if we talk about data science or development or coding, or if we talk about front end and so forth, um, are there functions like that you can see a requirement for?
Well, one of the big areas is, as I talked in these other uh, technical ways that we want to expand in the mental
Mm.
health area, it's uh, definitely for data scientists, for
Mm-hmm.
researchers to collect data,
Mm-hmm.
get the data labeled, expand on that, use the machine learning to explore that data, finding the best models. That's a big area there.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really cool. That's really cool. Fantastic. Okay. Well, Adam, thank you so much for your
Oh,
time.
okay.
In
Very.
terms of where people can currently engage, so the website, social
Yes.
media, all that, please give me
Yeah.
all those handles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could say it now. It's Echo.ai is the
Mm-hmm.
URL with an A, EHCO.
Yeah.
Um, and we have on there, people can do a voice recording and get their results. We do that for
Okay.
free. So we let people
Right.
do that. They can also upload an audio file if they want. If they don't feel comfortable speaking in the mic, they can have a pre-recorded audio and upload it. That's also fine.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have our LinkedIn page, which is Echo.ai on LinkedIn. Um,
That's
they can
important.
also
Yes.
there, and
Great.
yes, it is. LinkedIn is big for us. And we post there weekly. We have weekly posts, and our updates and all that are also posted there.
Well, I mean, that's one of the
Um,
things as well. It's very big for us as well. So, besides
mm,
engaging on the website with the community, we'd like to then post those opportunities on our LinkedIn and link them across to your
ah,
page as well. So,
oh,
so you can see the individuals, and actually
nice.
get video submissions from them, and I think that'll be quite lovely. Fantastic.
Oh,
Great. Well,
okay.
Adam, thanks so much. Fascinating conversation. I'm going to go test it out.
When you look at your results, it brings your
Mm,
attention to something. Like, oh, I'm an extrovert. I thought I was not, and it
mm,
brings your attention to things. So it's not just that it's definitive. Oh, yeah, this is what I am, and that's it. It also
mm,
is one's own opinion and perception of themselves that starts
of course.
questioning in a positive, in a constructive way, which I think is
Yes.
really interesting. Yeah, so
Yeah,
like
I
I
mean,
said,
self-awareness with mental health is absolutely important.
yeah.
I wonder if it'll flag any narcissists. So it'd be quite interesting. um, but no, thank you so much, Adam.
Thank you.
Fascinating
Thank you, Glenn.
conversation. I look forward to
Yeah.
playing with the technology and introducing you to our community.
Thank you so much, Glenn. I appreciate it. And I enjoyed the interview as well. Thank you.